Hey boys and girls, so we're going to get into a new project today. Today we're going to be creating dot art. And dot art originates from the Aboriginal people of Australia. So the Aboriginal people, also known as the Indigenous people, were the original people of Australia. Just like how Native Americans are the original people of America. So they created many different types of tools and instruments that they made from hand out of many natural materials like wood or stone. So they had a particular type of art called dot art, which we're going to be making today. And the dot art normally tells stories. It has to deal with some type of storytelling. So for the project, we're going to need quite a bit of material. A pencil. You're also going to be needing paper. So for the color part, I'm going to be using paint. So I have my paints right here. It's all tempera paint. I'm going to need some Q-tips for my dot art, maybe a palette to put all my paints on, and a paintbrush. If you do not have paint at home, then you will need markers. You can get away with using colored pencils and crayons as well, but you're going to have to make your own dots. So the first step for this project is I want you to think of an animal. Not just any animal, but an animal that would make the perfect spirit animal for you. Take a second and think about it. So for Miss Anderson-LaRose, a flamingo would be the perfect spirit animal. So I'm going to draw a flamingo on my paper, right in the center of my paper. I'm only drawing the outline of this animal. So there's my flamingo. There's my spirit animal. I'm going to take my pencil and I'm going to lightly divide my background, which is the area around my flamingo, around my spirit animal. I'm going to divide that background up into different sections. So I'm going to lightly take my pencil and just split it up. So I took my paints and I colored each section around my spirit animal. So this is what it looks like once I finish. My next step is I'm going to take a Q-tip and I'm going to dip it in the white paint and I'm going to create my dots along the lines which separate each color from one another. And then I'm also going to make dots around my spirit animal with this white. If you want to, you can add dots of other colors within each section. So my All right, so there we have our completed painting. Now I'm just going to let it sit and dry. So now that the painting is dry, I'm going to take my marker and I'm going to draw my Aboriginal symbols. And that's the end of the project. Thank you very much for drawing with me.